Hey everybody, it's Rich here with Anglers, and got some special guests with me today. Before I introduce them, we know what's coming up. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Sunday. 4-day sales specials going on. Information's online, so check out our website for the flyer and information. If you don't feel comfortable coming into the store, we can do some virtual shopping online. Details will be online for that as well. Feel free to give us a call and we can help you over the phone as well, get your order ready to go and do curbside pickup. So part of the sale is Small Business Saturday, and we brought in CJ and Billy with Bust on Baits. So they are a local small business, just like us. So we brought you guys in today to talk about the great product. I mean, most of us that have fished on the bay know about your product, but for those that don't, very unique design to your baits. Good for all kinds of species as well. It's not just a striper bait. So let's kind of go through the different ones that you guys have to offer, and we'll even talk about some rigging and some technical aspects. So thank you guys for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So let's start over on this side of the table. We'll work our way across. We've got the Fat Boy. So this is one of the newer designs to the lineup. Most of the baits kind of have that skinnier profile, but for the Fat Boy, we went from a skinny profile like this to this much thicker, wider profile. Just gives it a nicer shape in the water.
Yeah, it's more of the match to hatch for your early spring, late fall. You get the bigger bunker, bigger bait that comes in with the bigger fish. So we tried to beef up the profile of the bait a little bit, which that's what we came up with. Nice.
I really like it. It's that larger profile helps displace water a little bit better, and just you don't need a bigger bait. It gets bigger in girth, so it gives it a nicer profile without getting to be too obnoxiously large for even those medium-sized fish. All of the jerk style baits that you guys make have this really cool articulation. That's what really makes them unique. I'm a huge fan of that. Not only do you get that jigging action up and down as you're jigging, but you also get that side to side action. So you get a lot of action out of these baits because of that added segment. And I love the way these things look in the water. You got that little forked tail on the end. Every little bit of action really helps. Color combinations, obviously there are more colors than this. We just grabbed a few to fill the table, but all the standard colors, right?
Yes, so all the standard colors plus some, I think.
Plus some, yeah, exactly.
Dry ice, I think, is one of those plus some.
So this one's dry ice, white belly with that clear back with that silver flake in it, which is really nice. I'm a big fan of color contrast. Yeah. I'm a big fan of flake. I like that shininess to it. One of my personal favorites is going to be the lime truce. I love these two-tone colors. I love that chartreuse on the back, the yellower belly. It's got that flake mixed in. I'm a big fan of this color. Then of course, LY. You got your the purple colors, and there's others. We have some more.
And your standard solid colors as well.
Yes, so absolutely. So 7-inch Fat Boys. 7-inch standard baits, which we've got rigged here on this jig head. Same length as the Fat Boy, just that slimmer profile, which is really nice.
We find that those work best summertime. When you change the profile of baits, they fall a little. Some fall a little slower, sink a little faster. So that's kind of what we did there. So Fat Boys, they'll fall a little bit slower. They were a little bit wider. You add the skirts, they might sink a little slower, flare out. So it's a little bit skinnier, more of like your summertime, late fall as well type bait. So.
Very nice. And then we go one size smaller and we do the 5 1/4 inch. So much smaller profile, good for smaller stripers in the summertime when you get some of those schoolie guys around, matching that bait again, going downsize with your bait. But these also work in freshwater.
Yes.
And I know, CJ, you do a lot of kayak fishing, a lot of freshwater fishing. I do. So these baits in all sizes are not just striped bass baits.
Correct.
So what are the species that you've caught on these outside of stripers?
So I will say my number one I'm a bass guy by heart, but I love the snakehead.
Yeah?
Throwing the pads, throwing in grass on the Potomac, down on the eastern shore. Sometimes we bring them with a little bit of a weight on the belly. Sometimes we don't. But it'll work either way. They have that slow fall action, and snakeheads really love them.
Nice.
So.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. What about pickerel?
Pickerel.
Largemouth bass.
Largemouth. I'm sure some redfish have been caught on a few of your baits.
Yeah, we don't get to do that much up here.
Not a whole lot, but down in the southern part of the bay.
That's
but these will definitely work for a wide variety of species. personally, one size that we didn't bring a package up for is the 10-inch. So this is a 10-inch long bait. Still has that slim profile, still has that articulation, but 10 inches long. I have rigged quite a few of these for offshore trolling applications, where you put that big offshore southern tuna style hook in it,
Yep.
and then slide an islander or some kind of skirted, like a sea witch in front of it.
Yep.
And because of that articulation in the middle, these things swim really well at those higher trolling speeds. I've even rigged the 5 1/4 and the 7-inch baits as teasers on umbrella rigs for trolling for stripers, and you get that little tight swimming pattern with them. So these have a variety of uses to them, not just for jigging. So I want to show you guys how easy it is to rig one of these. So we're going to rig this fat boy just like this one, starting from scratch. And this is kind of important because with these baits, they're great right out of the package, but this nose can get a little tight, especially with these bigger bait keeps on these. And so in order to do this successfully, what I usually do is, you'll notice where the nose is, you got that first taper. I like to cut them right at that first taper, right about there. And I'll just cut that off. Then I'm going to slide my skirt on. Obviously be careful, it's a very sharp hook. Slide that up right over top of that bait keep. Now I personally get a little particular with this. I like to line them up, I like them to look good. And put that orange right on top there like that. And then turn this over. You want to mark your bait, find out where that hook's going to come out in the back. Make a little mark right in the middle here where it's going to come out with a little tear. And then just feed this down the middle. You come out that tear that we made right in the back. Slide it up over top of that hook, that bait keep. And that's it. That's how easy these are to rig. Super easy and quick. These baits get torn up. Soft plastics get torn up all the time. It doesn't matter whose soft plastics they are. It's soft plastic, right?
Yep, that's
to
correct.
get that action, you have to compromise somewhere. So you get that softer action. So these get torn up. Tear it off, put on a new one. There's plenty in the bag.
It took us quite a bit of money and time to figure out the exact formula that we wanted for these plastics. So
Right.
they're not super soft where it's basically one fish, one bait, but you also don't want it super hard where it's just a log out there and it doesn't have any action, because that would defeat the purpose. of
Exactly.
our
So
design.
these work really well on any jig head. But of course, small business, local guys, we like
Coach jig heads.
Coach jig heads. So you got Coaches right here. We carry an assortment of those.
And GI jigs.
And GI jigs. We just got a fresh shipment of GI jigs in as well. So both of those gentlemen have been here this week. They've dropped off some stuff. So definitely come in and check them out. So let's downsize a little bit from these larger jigging baits. And let's talk about your stingers. So these things are really, really nice. So little nail tail style. Love the action to these things. So this is one that's already rigged. We sell these rigged as well, but that's the bait itself. So you got a nice little thick body here, but look at the action coming out of that tail with just the subtlest of movement. These things work well for all kinds of panfish species. I've caught small stripers on them. CJ, Billy, tell me some of the stuff that you guys like using these for.
We catch pickerel accidentally on them. My buddy Wayne got a 30-inch snakehead on the bubble gum 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
It straightened the hook out. The fish destroyed it, but
Sure.
went
Yeah.
after it.
Yellow perch, white perch.
Bluegills, largemouth
absolutely.
bass,
Yeah.
small stripers.
Yeah.
Pickerel seem to really like them in the wintertime.
And so you can rig these in a variety of ways as well. You can put them on a jig head. You can put them on a shad dart. You can put them on these little spinner baits like we have here. You can put them on, I put them on spoons like a Johnson Silver Minnow. I put them as a tip for that.
Yep.
I've even done jigs with them for vertical jigging where we'll put these on a dropper hook off of the side of the leader so that when you're bouncing up and down, that tail's moving around. So there's a wide variety of ways that you can rig these. So you guys offer these rigged, and you guys are calling these
Mini spins.
mini spins. So we carry the mini spins, 1/16 of an ounce, 1/8 of an ounce for different sizes, pre-rigged with the jig head, the bait's already on it, and an elbow spinner, turnkey, ready to go out of the package. And it's got 2 extras in there, so when that plastic gets a little worn, because of all those fish you're going to be catching with these,
Right.
you can replace them. And then of course we've got the larger packs that you can rig your own, or once you find your favorite color. Personally, I'm a fan of all the colors we have on the table, all the other colors that you guys make. This is a hot seller because the clear looks like grass shrimp, which is really popular. I'm a big fan of the chartreuse glitter, pink. Pink's a great color for our color water here, that darker green colored water. So, well, I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I'm looking forward
Thank
to
you.
selling a ton of these this weekend. That's the plan. So if you guys have any additional questions about anything, again, visit the website for the sale event. If you have any questions about how to rig these or what one works best for your fishing needs, give us a call at the shop or stop in. And we look forward to seeing you guys this weekend. So thank you guys again for coming in.
Thank you for
and
having us.
Thank you.
good luck out there. Have fun.